God. I can't even believe this is on the internet. Hey y'all, so I am so sorry for the appearance. I'm just like making this video a last minute before I go to work in like an hour. But I watched this video, and if my voice sounds a little weird, it's because I just recently woke up. So I watched this video last night from Donovan Sharpe, who is a commentator from the manosphere. I can't say I can label him MGTOW because he has a girlfriend, which is like going against the definitions of MGTOW because anyways, so I can't really say he's MGTOW. He has a girlfriend. I don't know anything about his girlfriend other than the fact that her name is Devin. So I've been watching his content. He has like roughly almost 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I think that he's a pretty reasonable guy. I think he has some solid points. There's here and there where I don't agree with him, just like any commentator on YouTube. But I found this video last night that has me, I don't even know how to describe like how I feel about what he said about his girlfriend. I just think that this video is so tasteless. It's the type of video that you shouldn't broadcast to the world. That's the type of personal information you should keep to yourself. And I just think that this video made him look like a douchebag and the absolute worst possible boyfriend out there, and that his girlfriend does not need him and she should leave him. Okay, I'm not here to mess with their relationship, but judging from this video, if a man did this to me, I would not stand for it. I would have enough self-respect to say, hey, you're the problem, not me. Okay, so we're gonna react to this. I've already watched this video almost twice. It's about 8 minutes long, and I'll put the video down here, or I'll show you the video, and I'll stop and comment along the way. So basically the title of this video is that he's gonna stop having sex with his girlfriend until she loses weight. Something you don't hear every day.
I am withholding sex from my girlfriend until she loses weight. The reason for this is because this is good.
I gotta say, that's probably one of the dumbest things that you could ever do, because in the long run, unless your girlfriend is really like sex starved or she's just like a sex maniac, you're honestly just punishing yourself more than you are the woman. Because a lot of women like myself, like I haven't even had sex before because I'm waiting until marriage. You know, it's something that women also desire and want, but it's not like it's a daily necessity that I need. So if someone were to do this to me, I would be like, okay, you know. So it's honestly counterintuitive, where I think that this is punishing you more than it is actually your girlfriend. What's really happening here is that you're destroying your relationship and your girl's self-esteem. That's what's really happening here.
It's not a motivator. And really what caused this was actually this Rona bug that's going on. Obviously, Devin works in an office like a lot of people, like most women. And so now she works from home, obviously, because she can't go into the office. We've both been eating more than we should, haven't really watched our eating habits, and we're certainly both...
Okay, so if you both have been eating more and you both haven't been watching your eating habits, what are you looking like right now? How much do you weigh? Are you still in shape also? Because I wouldn't be surprised if your girlfriend did this to you, and I honestly wouldn't feel bad for you if she did this to you, because what you did is a dick move.
Drinking more. So this is a two-way street in this regard.
He says it's a two-way street, but the moment that she withholds sex from him for any reason, even if it's for his weight issue or him not looking as good as he once did, like he's treating his girlfriend now, I can bet you that he would make a video on it and dump his girlfriend.
All of that said, we're getting ready to go to bed the other night, and my girlfriend takes off her clothes. She normally sleeps naked, and I'm looking at her body, and I'm like, something's a little bit off. Something's just a little bit off. So I told her to step on the scale, butt naked.
What the actual heck? When I heard this, my just like heart dropped for this woman, because I'm like, Just imagine, you know, you are naked, you feel comfortable in front of your man who you think loves you, who you think, you know, appreciates your body, your form, and then he tells you like something looks wrong, get on the scale. Like, don't start telling me that like that ain't gonna mess with a woman's like mental health, her self-esteem. She's gonna think like I'm getting too fat or I'm fat when she's perfectly okay. But just because she's not the super skinny model status for you, you think she's fat. When I heard that, I was appalled.
And the scale read 133 pounds. Now,
what the actual heck? 133 pounds? We don't even know how tall this woman is. It's all about height to weight ratio, okay? So you can be, someone that's at 4'9", that's 133 pounds is probably overweight because they don't have enough height to distribute the weight. But someone who's 5'5", 5'6", 5'10", who's 133 pounds, if you're 5'10", 133 pounds, then you're probably really skinny. If you're 5'5", that's probably your normal weight, okay? So as you guys know, I've been on a fitness journey. I'm 5'2". I literally stepped on the scale today. I was 129, 130 with pants on. I don't know why, but anyways. And I looked in my mirror and I'm like, okay, I'm your I'm like the short side of women. I'm like your average height for women. And I look in the mirror and I look skinny. I look skinny. And I go to work and every day people are like, oh my gosh, you're getting so skinny. Like, are you eating? I'm perfectly fine. And I'm 3-4 pounds lighter than his girlfriend. So if his girlfriend weighs more than me, she's not fat. If she's shorter than me, maybe. But we don't know that information. But assuming that she's a normal height, it's going to be probably like my situation.
my girlfriend her weight is usually somewhere between 120 and 125. Sometimes it gets to 127, 128, depending on that time of the month if she's below.
Yes, weight fluctuates a lot for everyone, but especially women. For a lot of women, we have problems of bloating. I don't know if you've ever seen fitness influencers, but they've taken photos of their stomach. They're the skinniest, most fittest people in the world, but they still bloat and they still look pregnant, they still look fat because they eat a crumb and they bloat. It happens to a lot of us. It happens to me. That's why when I filmed my swimsuit try-on video, I did it in the morning before I ate any food because I knew I was going to look fat when I wasn't, just because I ate something. So a lot of times what happens for women is that you look fat and you have more pounds on your body throughout the day after eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. Even if you ate something light, when you go to bed and you wake up, you're skinny again. That's just how it is. Your body fluctuates, especially around that time of the month. You know, your boobs are more swollen, they weigh more, things are heavier.
Retaining water, whatever the case may be. But 133 is...
I gotta say, I don't know what's going on in his mind, but with his body language and the tone of his voice and how he's looking at the camera, I can just tell that he's really nervous and anxious about saying this, and rightfully so. That's why I downloaded this video as soon as possible in case he deleted it, because I wanted to do a response to it.
Is unacceptable. Don't get me wrong.
Unacceptable? 133 pounds is unacceptable? I mean, what do you really expect your girlfriend to weigh? Do you expect her to weigh 100 pounds? 99 pounds? 110? You have to realize that the closer you are to 100 when you're an adult female, the harder it is to get to that point. It's really hard to get to 100 pounds, 110 pounds, and maintain that weight. And maintain curves. You do realize when guys want their girlfriend to weigh as close to like 100, 110 pounds, that means your girlfriend probably has no boobs, no butt, because you need fat in order to have boobs and butt. And you know, guys like big boobs, big butt. That ain't gonna happen if you want your girl to be that skinny. Trust me. At once when I was starving myself and I reached 99 pounds and I was just skin and bones. I mean, what is an acceptable weight for your girlfriend?
My girlfriend is still fuckable. She has a great body, probably a better body than probably 90% of women out there, but I don't give a shit.
This is what I don't understand, is that he says this, but he's complaining about his girlfriend's weight. Why? He's going to go on and say, okay, well, this is how it starts, how women start gaining weight and they become unattractive.
Shit. She needs to lose that weight because this is where it starts. So until she loses 5 pounds, she is getting no sex from me, period.
5 pounds. This man is literally complaining about 5 pounds. 5 pounds. And just think about that. I was expecting his girlfriend to be like 150 pounds, 160 pounds, regardless of her height. When I heard this, that she's 133 pounds and he's complaining about 5 pounds, like, I lost it. I was like, really? I just can't believe that he's talking about this on the internet, because a woman's weight is a really touchy subject, like it is for a man's penis size is a touchy subject. And you would look so bad if you went on the internet and you just talked about, I mean, imagine if his girlfriend went on the internet and was like, man, like, my boyfriend's penis is really small and it's just so unattractive that, like, I don't even want to have sex with him, so I'm just going to withhold sex from him. That is so not okay. That is so inappropriate, and that is so disrespectful to her boyfriend. That's the same thing with this video. You know, you have a problem with your girlfriend's weight, you don't go blast it on the internet. You encourage her to eat healthier. You encourage her to work out. Maybe work out with you, but you don't blast her on the internet like that. I just can't believe it.
And for you, if anybody out there thinks that I'm not going to do this, if you guys think I'm just doing this to grant, oh no, absolutely. I am putting her on dick detention. Do I love sex? Absolutely. But I'm 42. I'm not 22. I don't need sex as much as I used to. At 42 years old, my libido is just a little bit lower than I was when I was in my 20s and 30s. So that's what gives me an advantage there. Don't get me wrong. I still like to fuck. I still like to have sex. My girl has a nice body and this and that and the other. But 133 is absolute.
His girlfriend has a nice body, but he's going through this whole hoopty-law of depriving himself and his girlfriend from sex and making her lose weight and embarrassing her on the internet. But his girlfriend has a nice body. What is it, man? Donovan, what is it? You know, this video made me lose respect for you, the respect that I had.
Absolutely unacceptable. And from here on, if she gets over 128 pounds, no sex. This is exactly what I'm doing. No sex. Don't give a shit.
What the actual heck? If she gets over 128 pounds, like I said, the weight fluctuates. So, okay, she can eat maybe a burger that day or some greasy Chinese food, and then she's going to be bloated, and then she's going to weigh a few more pounds heavier, and the next day she goes back to her normal weight, and you're going to just deprive everyone of sex because she weighs too much and you're trying to discipline her like she's like some type of dog.
Until she loses that weight. The reason I'm doing this is so she doesn't get fat.
Okay, fair enough. This is a point. Obviously, if you watch Donovan's channel, he'll talk about how girlfriends are better than wives because they put more work into it. And I agree. You know, and this goes for anybody, whether you're a man or a woman. You look at husbands too. They have a beard that's not shaved, their hair is gone, it's like missing, they're bald headed, they have a beard belly. You know, they don't look like they're taking care of themselves anymore either, just like the women. And you know what, that's perfectly fine for a lot of people, because when you hit that age, a lot of people are like, this is a waste of time to care about how I look. You know, I love my partner, you know, we have kids, our life is busy, you know, I'm not going to be too concerned about my appearance. So fair enough if you don't want your girlfriend becoming fat and you're looking out for her, but you're doing it in the worst absolute possible way that you could do it, and this is not really constructive. This is just, I can't even tell you what this is. But here's the thing, you know why a lot of people gain weight when they get older? It's because A, your metabolism slows down, and a lot of people don't even realize it until it hits them because they're still having the same eating habits and lack of fitness habits, which is, yes, their fault. B, women have more fat on their body than men do, and this is because we birth children, we carry children, we have boobs, we have butts that are bigger than men, and that's because of the fat deposits on our body. I mean, you look at any transgender woman and you'll notice that they're really, really skinny until they start on hormones. You know, you can look up Blair White and her story about how she gained a lot of weight when she went on hormones, or look at Jazz Jennings, the famous like transgender girl. She gained a lot of weight, and that's because of hormones. Female hormones do that to you. Birth control makes you gain weight. Plus, women are at a disadvantage because we're shorter on average, so we can't carry as much weight. But we have all these factors that make us gain weight faster and more easily than a man. it really sucks, honestly. Sure, I'm not here to defend people being overweight or obese, but I'm just explaining to you why, like, all these men are cool, like, she needs to lose weight or this and that. But they're going based off their knowledge as a man. But here's the thing, it's not as easy to maintain or lose weight for a man like it is for a woman. It really isn't. We're made differently. You can't think of us in the same way. Like, oh, it's easy for me, like, it should be easy for women. No, it's not. Pregnancy too. A lot of women gain weight after pregnancy because they had to eat for 2 people, essentially. And the last thing that you should be thinking about when you give birth is, I need to lose this weight. And if that's what you think of, fine. But, you know, all these men that are so concerned about their wife, their girlfriend's appearance after pregnancy, give them a break. They literally just birthed your child. Like, they're more concerned about taking care of your baby than they are about how they look. And you should be thinking the same thing too. And eventually, she'll lose the weight.
That's what this comes down to. A lot of guys get with a girl, they get with their girlfriends or their wives, and when they first meet them, you know, obviously they're skinny or they're in good shape. Well, as soon as he gives her that commitment, as soon as he gives her that attention, or if they get married or they have a shared residence, all of her motivation to still look fuckable and sexy goes right out the door.
It's not that, okay, I've never had kids and I've never been married, so I can't really dive into the subject too much. So I will say that, you know, just in general, people, men and women, feel a lot more comfortable and relaxed in not maintaining themselves as much appearance-wise when they're in a long-term relationship or marriage, just because they don't have to impress the person they're with because they already, like, love each other, essentially. But like I said earlier, the reason why it's not that women don't care about their appearance anymore, it's just that a lot of women, their bodies change permanently after pregnancy. And they have all these tasks in life, like going to work, having kids, taking care of kids, trying to take care of their husband, the house, take care of themselves, that there's little to no time for them to actually take care of their body and their appearance. So it's not that women are just becoming lazy, it's just that as time goes by, a 40-year-old, 30-year-old woman has more responsibility and things to do than an 18-year-old woman. An 18-year-old woman can focus more on how she looks and maintain that than the older you get. And like I said, like a lot of women, it's not that marriage or commitment changes women, it's having kids. Look at child-free Reddit forums. They'll tell you that having kids ages you.
And, you know, rightfully so. When a woman obtains what she believes is the holy grail, which is a man's commitment, love, and affection, she's not as motivated to stay fit. This is why I always say girlfriends are better than wives. Girlfriends are a lot more motivated to stay fit and sexy than wives are. Wives, I mean, you're legally obligated to wake up every morning with her. Not to mention the fact that if you have a couple of kids, she has leverage on you. My girlfriend has zero leverage on me. Absolutely none. This is why I'm able to lay down this edict. The other reason why I'm able to lay down this edict is the abundance mindset. That's what it comes down to. The reason I'm doing this is because I can. The
reason why he's doing this is because he can. I almost expected him to say because he cares. No, he said because he can.
Any other guy out there would ever withhold sex from his girlfriend or wife until she loses weight. And I'm sure a lot of you bitches are out here, oh my God, I can't believe you're withholding sex from your woman because she's getting fat. Yes, I am. And you can fucking believe it, because this is where it starts. Listen, today it's 133 pounds. 1 month from now, she's at 138. By Christmas time, she's at 160, 170. And at that point, she's overweight and not fuckable anymore. I love my girl dearly. This is what I'm doing. This is a labor of love. This is what we call tough love. Is it going to be hard to withhold sex from my girl? Of course it is. Like I said, I love sex. My girl loves it. Well, at least I think my girl loves having sex with me. But this has to be done. This absolutely has to be done. And oh, by the way, I laid down this edict, a couple of days ago? She's already down 2 pounds. So at this rate, she'll probably be ready, I would say, by Sunday or Monday. This is what you...
And he's really rushing this weight loss for his girlfriend to lose those 5 pounds. I feel bad for her.
You have to do, this is what you have to do with your girlfriends and wives, guys. I know it's tough. Listen, I know you guys in your 20s who have girlfriends.
See, if a guy did this to me, I would be like, okay, I lose the weight and be like, you know what, I deserve better than you. I deserve a man who actually would try their best to encourage me in the nicest way possible. And then they deserve me and my new body. But not this piece of crap. You know, after I watched this video this morning, you know what I did? I texted my boyfriend and I was like, I'm so thankful that you always encouraged me to go to the gym and be fit and healthy, because I had mentioned to him a few months back that I wasn't happy with where I was at with my body, and I was unhappy with my weight and my appearance. And he never criticized my body, my weight. He never told me I was unattractive. He never told me to get on a scale. And you know what he only did? He's like, babe, like, if you really are unhappy with your appearance, then you should go to the gym and work out. And I had to thank him, because I was just like I appreciate that so much. If I had this person as a boyfriend, like, telling me this crap, I would be even less motivated to go, because I'd feel so much more self-conscious about myself. And so you need a man who will be honest with you, but who doesn't treat you like 5 pounds is going to make or break your relationship.
Probably would never dream of putting your girlfriend on dick detention, right? Shit, man, 6 hours without sex and
I gotta say, people, I don't know if he specifically talked about this in any of his videos, I have to look back, but him and people in his community don't like how women withhold sex from their men in order to get something. Like, sometimes women will hold sex for their man to do chores or stuff like that, and it's like a reward-based system. They don't like give it out because they want to, but because it's like, you need to do this for me. And I just find it really hypocritical that he's doing the same exact thing because he wants something out of it, so he's using sex as a weapon. If you don't like what other people do to you, in order for you not to be a hypocrite, you can't do the same thing back. So this is also making me lose respect for you, because if I hear you complain about women holding with sex from you, if I hear you complain about your girlfriend withholding sex from you for whatever reason, I am not going to feel bad for you because you did this to her.
Your 20s and you're already walking around with blue balls. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to feel blue balls coming on now, but I am holding steadfast. This is absolutely positively what needs to be done, because if I don't stop this weight gain, if I don't nip this in the bud, it is all downhill from there.
That is not necessarily true. He has a point that it starts somewhere, but just because your girlfriend gained 5 pounds does not necessarily mean that it goes downhill from here. Like I said, weight fluctuates. People gain weight because of poor habits, not going to the gym. Plus, all the gyms are closed. Not that that's an excuse. I've been running 6 miles like every other day, so I've been on top of my fitness. But you have to keep in account that it's a lot harder for everybody to stay in shape now because the gyms are closed. There's very little that you can do besides run, walk, bike, and if you have a pool, swim in it. Or if you have weights, use that. So you have to give grace to people right now, Donovan, because it's really difficult to maintain fitness when you don't have access to the gym because of this thing in the air. Okay? I don't know what your girlfriend is going through, but I know that when I gained weight and I've been on this track of losing it, I realized that part of the issue was me being depressed and sad about things that were happening in my life, and that it caused me to eat comfort food or eat as a coping mechanism. So you don't know what your girlfriend is going through. I don't know what your girlfriend is going through. She might be depressed. She might be dealing with something. She might be stressed out because of this whole pandemic and crisis, and she might be overeating. Now that's something that you can combat and say, hey babe, like, I see that you're overeating right now, and I don't know if you're stressed or something, but let me know so that we can, like, you know, not let this be a bad habit. That's how you approach an issue like this.
Actually, should I say all uphill with regards to weight. So yes, until my girl loses at least 5 pounds, I am not having sex with her. And you want to know something? She might not get there. She might actually think, you know what, Donovan? I think I'm tired of this. I'm tired of jumping through hoops. I don't feel like I should have to lose weight for you to be sexually attracted to me. If she says that, cool, no problem. We will go our separate ways. We'll shake hands, hand pounds and hugs. Hey, we had a great run.
When I heard him say this, I instantly knew he doesn't love his girlfriend. He doesn't. Because if you love somebody and they weigh 5 more pounds than what you want them to or what they normally do, you would not be fine with instantly leaving them, shaking their hand, giving them high fives away, cordially. You would not be okay with that because you still love that person enough to want to stay there with them through that journey. Or even if they stayed with those extra 5 pounds for the rest of their life, you wouldn't want to leave them. Now I can see a deal breaker with, if she continued gaining weight, then you'd be like, hey, like, babe, you gotta do something about this because I'm not attracted to any more like that. But most people, man or woman, would not respond the way that this person did if they truly love the person. I really honestly feel like Donovan is not in love with his girlfriend, but he is using her for the things that she can give him, like sex, which is ironic because he's withholding sex from her. I don't know Donovan like that. I don't know his relationship like that. But that response is not a normal response from somebody who loves their girlfriend, their spouse. It should not be that easy to let them go because of 5 pounds.
A great ride, blah, 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 blah. And that'll be that. That's how this goes. You have to be absolutely ready to carry out these demands. And again, for all...
We know that men and women want different things. Men want attractive young women who can give birth to children. Women want women want men who are providers. So if a woman loses her looks or whatever, or gains weight, her value is diminished in the eyes of men. If a man loses his money or his ability to protect or provide, then he loses his value as a man. I don't really agree with that. That's not what I say about people. But these men in this manosphere talk a lot about how superficial, women are hypergamous. They leave their woman because, or the woman leaves their man because he doesn't have money anymore. That's essentially the same thing. People are not always going to look good like they did in their 20s. They're not going to always weigh the same because of circumstances in life, because of things like children, because of lack of time. It's not always a lack of effort, but situational. And sometimes, you're not going to always have money the same way you did back then. You might not always have a job. There's a lot of people right now losing their jobs. And you know what people in this community would do? If they heard a story of a woman leaving their man because he lost his job during this pandemic, they would, oh, she's so superficial, hypergamy, blah, 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 to the fullest. Women are such bad people, because they do this stuff. But you're literally okay with leaving your girlfriend despite her being effable and probably better than most because of 5 pounds. I would not feel bad for you if a woman left you because you stopped making money, because you're essentially doing the same thing, female version, to a woman. That's how hypocritical this stuff is that you're doing the same exact thing, but it's different based on gender to women.
All you bitches out here talking about, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. Listen, women withhold sex from men all the time.
Exactly. Why are you doing that? You're being a hypocrite.
Articles and videos instructing women, hey, if you want something from your husband or boyfriend, withhold sex. He'll come around.
Guess what? I don't agree with that. Now, some people might say, oh, you're withholding sex from your boyfriend. No, waiting till marriage is different than that. Waiting till marriage is a consensual agreement that was made a long time ago to, prevent certain things from happening and, honor God with our bodies.
99.9% of the time it works. So if y'all can withhold sex from us, then we can damn sure do it to you. Now, obviously, it's a little harder for...
I wonder if your girlfriend has withheld sex from you, because if she hasn't, then this shouldn't apply to you, because what other women do does not determine what you should do to your woman. So if your woman has never done this to you and you're all of a sudden withholding sex from her, that makes absolutely no sense, because other women's actions, she is not responsible for other women's actions.
For us to do, but it still needs to be done. So I will say this one more time, and listen, you don't have to do what I do. Like, I get it. I get it. This is some next level shit. I understand. I know a lot of guys wouldn't even dream of doing something like this, right? But if you want to get the message across, especially when it comes to weight loss, if your girl starts to put...
This is not a message of, honey, you need to lose weight. This is a message of, honey, you're unattractive and I don't like it. And that I don't respect you. Because someone who respects you would go about it in a better way.
Put on weight, you need to withhold the dick. You need to put her on dick detention. And like
this is just so superficial. We're talking about 5 pounds this whole entire thing, and yet these men always talk about how women are always superficial. And I always say on this channel, both genders can be superficial.
Like I said, my girl is she's already starting to lose weight. She's down 2 pounds. So far so good. So hopefully by Sunday or Monday.
See, I commented on his channel, but people like him who micromanage and comment on people's weight is the reason why a lot of women have body dysmorphia and have so badly warped perceptions of their appearance and self-esteem and how their body looks. That's why a lot of women become bulimic, anorexic, is because what they think they see is not actually what is in real life. And that's because of people like this who always comment and micromanage on people's weight.
She'll be ready to go. If she comes at me, well, I lost 4 pounds. Can we? No, I said at least 5. Get your ass back there in the gym. Get your ass back there on the treadmill. And here's the thing, guys. I have invested copious amounts of money to make sure my girl can stay in shape. Okay? I pay $600 a month for her personal trainer. I built an $8,000 gym in my garage. I've got her on HGH, GHRH. I have done everything possible to put her on the right.
Hey, I gotta say, that's really nice of him. I really wish I had that. So good for you, Donovan, for providing that for your girlfriend.
Right path. See, a lot of guys want to make demands of their girl, but then they don't want to do what's necessary to sort of help her. Listen, you got to help your girl. You can't expect her to do it all on her own, right? No, of course, she has...
He has a point here. I will have to say this is the best thing that he said in this video is that if you want something to happen with your girlfriend, you got to help her. And he did that by providing the resources. But everything else he did in this video was not good.
She has to prove to you that she's worth making that investment in. And that, of course, is for another day and time.
I hope he's losing that extra quarantine weight as well himself. Because he mentioned earlier on in the video that he hasn't been working out as much or eating as well.
But... As the man, as the leader, if you want your girlfriend to be successful at something like keeping in shape, you have to facilitate her success. This is why I hired a personal trainer. This is why I put her on HGH. This is why I built a gym. There is absolutely no excuse for her to be at 133 pounds. She needs to get her ass down to 128. And from then on, if she gets 1 pound, 1/10 of a pound over 128, I zip up the...
I can't even believe this is on the internet.
Zipper, putting you on dick detention. So this is next level game, guys. If this is what you want to do, fine. But you got to be ready to do it. If my girl were to walk in here butt naked, wearing nothing but heels, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell her to step on the scale. And if she is if she is 1/4 of a pound over 128 pounds, she's not getting the D. That's all there is to it. And if she is 1/4 of a pound.
Wow. Please let your girlfriend go so she can find someone who won't do these things to her. I am literally so frustrated with him for his girlfriend. Like, I'm not even his girlfriend, but I am literally experiencing these mental things for her. I'm just imagining myself being his girlfriend and just imagining how I would feel being treated like this. He's treating her like an object that doesn't have emotions or feelings. He's not treating her like she's a human who has feelings and reactions to the things that he says and does to her.
128 pounds? She's not getting the D. That's all there is to it.
And that's the end of the video. That's honestly the worst video I've ever seen in my life, to be honest, because I have a personal connection to being overweight, to weight loss, to being on a fitness journey, to being skinny and almost anorexic. So this definitely really hits home for me, and I really can't talk too much about my story because I don't like spoilers for my fitness journey video. But my lands, my god, this video is just, I predict that he'll probably delete this video because it just makes him look bad. This video does not make him look good whatsoever. And I noticed some comments, people were like, man, 133 is small, like you're complaining about that. So even some of his followers are noticing that this video is pretty much pathetic. This is not a hate video on Donovan, so don't send him hate. This is a video that is critiquing what he's saying in this video because he's really off base. And not every woman is meant to weigh the same weight. It's all height weight ratio, and some women look fat at 133 and some women look good at 133. It just depends on how your body stores fat. Not all women store fat in the same way. Not all women's bodies are made the same way. There's a lot more diversity when it comes to female bodies, and I think men fail to realize that. You know, not everyone can achieve that model look or that Victoria's Secret look or, you know, the Hooter girls look. You know, not everyone can achieve that. So that is my thoughts on this video. I'll link his video down below if you still want to check it out. I love you guys. Bye.